What's up everyone, this is Sam from 64 Wheels back more Diecast, and what we have here is one of the strangest, most obscure Diecast accessories I have seen in a long time. So this is the Tomica Fast and the Furious Drift Turn Stage. And you might be wondering, what is a drift turn stage? And I had that same question, and we will get to that here shortly. So I saw this set previewed online, and it looked very interesting. So if you're coming to this fresh, definitely keep your eyes open because this is going to be an interesting one. So I saw this online. This is a Japanese release, or at least an overseas release. This is not sold in the United States. I bought it on eBay, roughly $80. It came from Japan, and as you can see here, it is definitely Japanese first. The whole box has Japanese on it. It does have some English, so you can kind of get the gist of what's going on. LED lighting, the BGM, background music, and then the Skyline GTR R34 there you can see. But the rest of it is in Japanese. So that kind of caused a little issue. So I was doing the initial unboxing, I was filming it, opened it up, and then I was like, okay, it'll be fine. There'll be English instructions. Wrong. There were no English instructions. This is all in Japanese. So not a big problem. You can kind of go through it and get the gist of it. Like, obviously you can say like, okay, they're doing certain things here, but there's some things that I tried to work out without the instructions, and I was like, you know what, this is expensive, it took me a long time to get, I don't want to ruin it, let's go ahead and read the instructions. So what I did was stop the video, took some pictures of this, ran this through Google Translate, went through the instructions myself, and I think I've got it now. So we're going to try to go off what I've translated, so hopefully everything works out. So what is a drift turn stage? It is this. This is a multi-function little die-cast display that is motorized, lights up, has sound, and the coolest part probably, hopefully I'm crossing my fingers, it also has a spot that shoots out that like vapor smoke, just like the R35 remote control car and the dirt bike I unboxed a little bit ago did. So this is pretty wild. The diecast world really hasn't seen much of this in general, let alone 3 of these things at one time. Like, you might get a display that has some lights, but we haven't got a display that has like a smoke feature, a moving feature that makes the car look like it's like drifting, I guess. And then music, everything put together, it's just kind of wild. So the set itself is this. It comes in this very nice box. Tomica does a really good job with a lot of their product. It does come with one car, the premium level R34 from Too Fast and Too Furious, obviously. Great looking car. It has nice wheels, nice paint job. It comes in a little white box inside here, and it kind of got squished. The spoiler on it is plastic, so you can see it kind of got pushed down, which is a little bit of a bummer. I don't think the wing in the movie is blue anyways, but moving parts, cool. You can see the nitrous bottles there. You can see a little bit more dash detail in there as well, like some blue stuff on the dash. Not a bad casting. It's pretty cool. I definitely will put this, I think Tomica also puts it in the mid-range. It's not their basic line, and it's not like the limited vintage. It's right in the middle. So this would probably be like akin to Hot Wheels premium retail product. I think, I don't know, those are plastic tires. I thought it had rubber tires, but it does have plastic tires. Nice lights. It does have a nice GTR. It's got the intercooler spray. Really nice casting. So don't want to dwell on it too much, but it does come with this, and this will come into play later. It also comes with these oddballs. So these are like little cotton cylinders. Not sure what to do with, but then I read the instructions. We'll get to those in a minute. Then it also has these little black clips. And then we'll get to those in a second as well. And then it also has a little water dropper that you drop down in here. That's why I have a little bowl of water right here to put it in there to get that smoke mist feature. So the first thing you do, it does come with one sticker right here. It's very easy. You peel it off and you put it over. And these are the 2 buttons that work the entire thing. So on, off. Oh, there it goes. Did I turn it on? Oh, let's see how easy it is to turn off. Okay, sorry, my bad. I accidentally turned it on. The buttons are kind of touchy. So on, this changes some of the lights and the sounds. The first thing you have to do is put batteries in it. So it has 3 AAAs that go right here. It's in with a screw base, but it also has this little guy right here. So you put your fingers here, twist it off, and it almost looks like the radiation cylinder from the back of the DeLorean in Back to the Future. Well, what this does is this holds one of these little cotton cylinders, and that, I guess, is what holds the excess water that you put in. And you can kind of see the little warning here. Fill up the square part with water by using water fill dropper. And then that's where you drop it up at the hole at the top through the instructions. So you put this little cylinder in here. You put it back in here like this. I think I'm doing this right. And then turn it, and then it's locked into place. So then up here, I believe this is where you put the water, according to everything that I've learned. So we're just going to go through the kind of like the instructions that I learned. So we'll go ahead and fill up the little water dropper here. Put some water in here. I don't know how much, so we'll just kind of put like part of a dropper. I don't know. And then to mount the car. So that's what these little guys are for. So what these do are these stick down in this little rotating extra cylinder right there. And then the car slides on top of it. You basically put it by the wheel right here. Let me make sure I push that down all the way. Like this, that holds the car in place. So you put it in between the wheel and like the body there, the bottom of the chassis. So let me move this stuff out of the way. So this is the first time I'm actually trying it with the car, with the mist in it and stuff. So we will see how it works. So the lighting is here is a little bright, so we probably won't see the LED change. But we're going to go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so now it's just like, I think they just call this display mode, and that's where it rotates the cars around. I did put some more water in it just to see. I don't know if I had enough for the smoke feature, but I put some more in. So we're just going to go with it and see what happens. So when you press, I think a short press of this changes the color. Let's see if we can, if I press in this right. There it goes. Oh, there goes the smoke. I don't know if you saw that. Hang on. So we'll go ahead and try to see if we can get this to cycle to the music setting. Oh. That is kind of wild. The smoke is cool. I don't know if it like blends with how the car is moving though. Let's see here. There we go. So it has the music from the movie, if you can hear that. I don't know if I'm going to get copyright strike, but this is like the fun part of it. So it's doing more drifting, as you can see. So it has this song. This is from what? Fast 5? Then we hit it one more time. And I think that's from Fast 7. Then one more time. And then that's, oh, what is that? I can't remember the name. Act a Fool from Too Fast, Too Furious. So this is the one that actually matches the car. So I'll kind of let it go for a second because it doesn't have any lyrics. It's just like the instrumental. And then I'm going to try to turn off the lights to see if that actually helps. To see if we can see any of the LED. A little bit. So it has a blue LED right now. There, it's red. So it does change as it goes through. So the car cycles around, shoots the mist up every time it does like the little burnout action. Then the light cycles through colors, and then with this button you can change the songs, and then I think you can take it back to display mode, which I think is a long press. We'll try it. Yeah, there you go. So we're back in display mode, and then that's how you just like, I guess if you just want to show off the car with the different lights and stuff. But I will say it's quite loud. As you can probably tell, the motor running on this is very loud, especially when it's doing like the whole like drifting mode. Let me see if I can change it back to that drifting mode. The buttons are so touchy on this. There we go. Okay, so it's a short press to change the color of the LED, and then like a little bit of a long hold to get it to go to the song mode. But it's pretty wild. It's so weird. Like, I don't know how to, like, I don't even know how to, I would explain this. Like, I guess it's a display, right? It's a display, it shoots smoke, it sings, or it plays music. I don't know. It's such a oddball thing to have. I don't know. It's weird because when it's not on, I guess you could just display your car on it like this, right? But it doesn't look great when it's just displayed on there. Like you'd have to get the Fast and the Furious like just right on there. And then when you actually have it displayed on there, it's almost too loud to have running just like in ambiance, like on your desk. Like you couldn't take this to work and have it rotate all day. It would just, I'm sure it would eat through batteries because it is AAA's. It's not a plug-in, but it also is too loud to have run all the time, even without the music or anything. So it's a very unique and odd thing from Tomica. Do I think it's a hit or a miss? I think the elements of a great display are there, but I don't think the execution of this is done very well. The interface of just 2 buttons, I don't really like. I would like to have like a light and a music button, especially when the buttons aren't as easy to hit. I think the rotation of the display is cool. I think they got that down. The loudness is a no-go for me. I do like how they attach the car to an additional rotating piece to make it look like it's blowing smoke, but I still don't understand why they would have put it over here, like clearly outside of the car. Even when it's doing that, I feel like if you would have put it right underneath the car here at the back of it, it would have made more sense than off to the side here. So I don't understand quite why they did that. I'm sure it was something with the design, but I mean, even here, it's still off to the side a little bit. Like if it was underneath the car a little more, you could like it would hit the car and kind of shoot out too, and actually make it look like the car is doing that. So that I don't understand. The music is cool. But the music and then the loudness of the rotation are kind of useless because you can't even hear the music because the motor of the rotation of this and then the rotation of the car is making too much noise. So for the $80 I spent on this, I don't think it's worth it. I think this is probably a $40 toy or display. And even at that, I'd have to question out, what is it really supposed to be? Are you supposed to play with it? Is it supposed to be a display? Because it's not very good at play, and then it's not very good at displaying either. It's basically like a display gimmick. So if you want people to come in to your like collection or your room or diecast cave or whatever and put that on, turn it on and do that. But the weird thing about that is also it's loud, but it takes a minute for the vapor smoke to hit, and then you have to refill it with water. So if you haven't freshly refilled it with water or ran it previously, like in the same day or something, it's probably not going to shoot smoke out like you want it to. So I think there's a lot of flaws to this. I think I like where they're going. I think a couple more iterations of this or versions of it, and I think we could probably get something pretty cool. But so far, this is like a 5 out of 10 for me. I think it has good elements, but I don't think it's worth the money that you spend on it. If this was, like if you were in Japan and this was $40, I think that would be a good buy. I think it would be an okay, like, diecast knickknack. But the fact that, like, if you're in the United States, you have to pay almost double for it, and then it doesn't work super well, I don't know if it's worth the money. So having seen this, what do you think? I do like this. This is probably a $10 car, I believe, if you got it offline, which is nice to have. But what do you think of this? Would you buy this for $80? Do you like this kind of stuff? If it was not something you're interested in at $80, what price point do you think this should have been? I still think with this car, if this would have been at the $40 price point, $39.99 would have been much more competitive and more properly priced than the $80 price range. But let me know what you think of this. I really like the smoke effect that they're starting to put on more toys. So we've seen it on a kind of like a diecast dirt bike. We've seen it on an RC car, and now we're finally seeing it on 1/64 scale. So very cool. I do like that. So I'm excited to see where they go with this. So this has been the Tomica Fast and Furious Drift Turn Stage. display, drifting, rotation display with music, lights, and effects, all that good works. So let me know what you think of this in the comments. I'll be interested in hearing what you guys have to say, because I know a lot of people collect a lot of different types of displays and diecast stuff, but this, I'm not sure who this is aimed for or aimed towards exactly. So I really appreciate you watching this Sam 64 Wheels. Like and subscribe as always. I have so much more stuff coming up. I just wanted to get this one out because this was just too obscure and wild not to share. So I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.